when we're talking about beholding him, we're talking about some good things going on in our life. And it means to dwell, it says, on his beauty. We look at God through the truth. And he says here, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to meditate in his temple. He's talking here about intimacy. That's what he's talking about. He's getting just alone with God and embracing God, being intimate with God, making yourself feel close to God, spending time with God, a quiet time with God, meditation on the Lord. This word meditation comes from the word, I don't want to gross anybody out, but it comes from the idea of a cow chewing its cud over and over and over again, chewing on the Lord, like a cow regurgitating and going over and over again with the Lord all the time through our circumstances. What is it talking about here? It's talking about looking at God and seeing him in the different areas of our life. Okay? What have we said? We said that David was saying there needs to be one thing in our life. One thing, and we need to have that one thing being Jesus Christ as Lord of our life. You say, well, what about all the good things? Well, all good things can become an idol. Otherwise, if they're not good, they usually don't become an idol. So we struggle all the time. As we said, our hearts are idol factories, as Tim Keller would say. They're just idol factories in our life. And so he says, the one thing, he says, here's what I want you to do. First of all, gaze on the Lord. Behold him in meditation. Now this, again, meditation, chewing on it, making our imagination be involved in the things, for God to be involved in the things that we are doing. Now we do that all the time in life. We do. Bear with me for just a moment. Our wealth. Somebody says, boy, you know, if I could just invest in that one stock, what would that mean? If I could just win the lottery, you know, what would I do with all that money? And you know, if I could just get that job that I want so much, what would that do to my wealth and for my 401k when I retire? And we go through all this, and what about my success? Boy, God, you know, if I could just do this, and boy, I'd just be so successful. I sort of feel like a failure now. Boy, if I could go to that interview tomorrow and I got a promotion, man, what would that mean? We imagine things all the time in our life. And David is saying, what I want you to do now is imagine what it would be like in life if God were involved in everything that you're doing.